get some art in there. Hi, Bethany London here. Thanks for joining. I'm a little congested. I feel fine. I worked out today. But, yeah. We have made it to lesson 41. 41. There's only 49. So we're doing really good. Calling in the one. 7 weeks to attract the love of our life. And I swear everyone must be out and about tonight. It's a Thursday. I actually was supposed to go on a date, but it didn't happen. Instead, I went on a date with my girlfriend. And we had good times. It was good times. So thank you guys that are just joining. And we're going over lesson 41 today. Is this your first time on here? I've been going over Calling in the One. It's a book by Catherine Woodward Thomas. I'm on the journey to find the love of my life. And I was given this book to read and then challenged to start putting myself on video. So here I am, putting myself on video. And I'm getting a lot more comfortable because I made it to day 41. And there's only 49 lessons here. So 49, we only have 8 more days after this. That's insane. Insane in the membrane. Okay. So, yes, I'm on this journey. Are you married? Are you looking for your one? I think it applies to everybody because really the messages can be applied to business. They can be applied to your friends and relationships, all sorts of people. You're semi-dating. Ooh, you're so not committed. You're not committed. Oh, yeah. Maybe you should watch all the other 40 lessons. No, just kidding. Well, I mean, they're good. The lessons are all good. They're all very powerful and beneficial. And this one, I was kind of like my ego was getting a little boost because this is a good message. It's about listening. So regardless, it will help. Anything. It will help if you're dating. Yeah. But my ego got a little boost on this one because I was like, oh my gosh, I've had those same thoughts or some other knowledge dropping that I already knew. So I felt super smart on this one. I am smart. Come on. I'm not going to be negating myself. Jeez, Bethany. Okay. Good morning. Oh my gosh. What time is it? You're from Turkey? You're a turkey. Hi. Oh my gosh, my voice is cracking. This is embarrassing. It's my low, sexy voice. Okay, so let's get on with the message. I don't know why there's 5 people. Usually we have a lot more. If you guys want to share this with your community, your people, it would be awesome. You're going to be only benefiting them, and you never know how this might shift their perspective. And the way to share is, I think, swiping right, and then you say share. I don't know. I've never done it. Am I able to swipe? Ooh, I'm able to swipe. That's interesting. Cool. I didn't know I could do that. I don't even know if you guys could tell that I just did that. But I don't want to take up any of your time wasting on jibber jabber, so I am going to 7:48 a.m. Wow, that's cool. Love technology. Love technology. So I'll jump right onto it. Hi, Christian. We're calling in our one. We're working on listening today. So she starts off with sharing about a girlfriend that she had in her 20s. And her girlfriend, hi, her girlfriend met with her elderly aunt who was like 90 years old. And her aunt gave her a very generous check. Very generous check because she figured, you know, she doesn't have too much more time in her life, right? But as she handed her this check, she said, as she looked deeply into her friend's eyes, that the greatest gift that you can ever give anyone is your complete and undivided attention. So never underestimate the importance of simply listening to others. This is what she shares with her as she hands her a generous check. How interesting. So Catherine Woodward Thomas, the author, at first was like, whatever, your aunt's weird. I don't know why she would do that or say that, but her friend took these words to heart because she wanted to honor her aunt. So, and she was preparing for her death, essentially. That's what her aunt was doing. So as the weeks went by, her friend started to slow down when she was communicating and was very present with people when she spoke. And it rubbed off on Catherine Woodward Thomas. You guys, this is why I'm doing this, because I'm hoping that anything I share with you, even though it's rubbing off on me, yes, I'm talking about a book, Calling in the One. 7 weeks to attract the love of your life. But we're talking about basically listening today. So she's sharing this with her friend, and it rubs off on the author, Catherine Woodward Thomas, to the point that she's now adding it to a book. And I'm sharing with this to you guys, so maybe it will rub off on you guys, and then you will be present with people as you listen to them, or will support you in finding the love of your life. Or the attitude of gratitude. It's about acknowledging other people and being present and being in a state of gratitude, which is so abundant and powerful. So it's all about the trickle, the ripple effect, and here is the proof of it working right here. So she noticed her friend as she became more present and calm and slow in her speaking, slow to speak, and listening with her, that she was peaceful. She had this calmness about her, and she was more happy. So as she saw this, she's like, I am going to convert. I'm going to convert. And thus began Catherine Woodward's personal journey discovering the art of listening. So we're reading through Calling in the One. I'm with Swift. What? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know Taylor Swift. I mean, I do know who she is. I don't know her personally. Is she speaking into listening or something? That'd be cool if she is. So, anyways, so that began her journey of exactly, and that's what I'm about to say, that we are now in the information age, right? You guys have heard of that. But apparently, I didn't know this, it's also being called the age of distraction and the age of anxiety. There are more cases of anxiety than ever before in our history. And okay, cool. Well, I saw one thing that Taylor Swift has done, and I know she was pretty cool, but I don't know. I don't know. I bet I could have an amazing conversation with her. I like people. I like everybody. But no, I don't know Taylor Swift personally. I would enjoy meeting with her, though. You want to hook me up? Anyways, moving on. So we're in an age of distraction, I was just at this social media event for my company a few weeks ago, and they were talking about how basically the amount of sales and advertising that come into our peripheral during the whole entire day has I want to say it's expanded 100 times or something insane. You're funny. What advice? I don't even know. I know I live in LA, but I'm really not present with celebrities. I do not know what's going on. So if something's going on, I'm pretty not keen to it. I just heard about the Charlie Sheen thing because it's been brought up 50 times. But I'm super out of the whatever's going on in the celebrity world. So I'm sorry. Maybe I should be more present to that, but it's not really my focus. Am I a vegetarian? No. I like meats. But I'm very, very healthy for the most part. I love sweet potato fries, but you're getting me way off track and you're doing a good job of it, so congratulations. Okay, so as far as advertisements that are coming into our life every single day, it's up. I want to say they were saying it was ooh, it used to be 10,000, and now it's insane. It's I want to say that they said that it's exponentially grown by 150 times or something. So it's super insane. And so this information age, this anxiety age, all of that is creating complete issues and with our healthcare and anxiety and drugs. People are popping pills everywhere, right? So each day, millions of us are going to doctors for prescribed pills to diminish these feelings of loneliness, low self-esteem, lack of connection. This is what's happening because we're so disconnected. It's an information age. Look, I'm talking to you guys, and I don't know you, but I love that at least we can kind of communicate because you're like texting me. But yeah, this is insane. So all of this loneliness and anxiety is coming from disconnection. It's coming from a complete disconnect with individuals. So since loneliness, you guys, I didn't know this. Loneliness has been identified as the #1 social problem in America. It is clear that our distracted and hurried ways of relating to one another are severely inadequate for the human heart. I'm a cucumber, okay. You're a cucumber. In our hasty attempt to push the river of our lives to get more, do more, be more, we have profoundly underestimated our need for simple connection and closeness. Simple, so simple, yet so difficult, right? So we've forgotten, she says, I love how she says this. She's forgotten how delicious it is to slow down, to look someone in the eye, and savor a good story. She used the word delicious in connection. I love that. So she says, we have denied ourselves the opportunity to unburden our hearts by sharing the truth about who we really are. Completely agreed. And stuff from our childhood that hasn't been resolved, which we've been tackling throughout these chapters. So when we're sitting face to face with someone and connecting, having amazing eye contact, I've talked about this in some of my YouTube videos, it's a longing for the soul, for our soulmate, the one person in the world that is going to inspire us to slow down and to experience this new way of being, this new exchange. She talks about this author named Thomas More in his book of Soulmates, and I totally believe this, and I've shared this with so many people before, so even in my YouTube videos, so I love that someone else wrote a whole book on it. But I believe that everyone we meet, everyone we come in contact, it could be the person you're walking down the street, it could be as you're getting your Starbucks, it could be as you're getting your groceries, random people at a restaurant, like wherever you are. I believe it doesn't matter who you are, but whoever it is that is around you, if you wanted to connect with them and chose to, and it could just be a smile and eye contact, which is very affirming if it's not creepy, that person has a gift for you and you have a gift for them. I believe that every single person we come in contact has a gift for us and that we have a gift for them. And that's exactly what apparently this book is about, that Thomas More wrote in Soulmates. And so I love that because I already believe this. Oh my goodness. So she says that basically that there's a possibility of a profound gift for you and that your job was to give each person that you came in contact with your attention so that you could give your gift and also receive it. Oh my gosh, so good, so good. I love it, I love it, I love it. So in our savvy soundbite world of marketing and relentless networking, we have forgotten to be open and curious. Yesterday's video, right? Curious in the exchanges that we encounter when we're communicating with each other. Just a curiosity about what's going on versus how can I control this or manipulate it? What can I get from this conversation? What can I do? How am I going to get from here to here to here as I'm talking to this person, right? I mean, when you talk to people, is your mind going like this with all this information about what you're going to say next? Mine does it all the time. I'm constantly catching myself. And then I might be so stuck on what I'm going to say next that I might not even hear what they're saying to me. Hello. I know that I have this issue of being present. And I'm constantly working on it. I have Taylor Swift eyes. Oh, okay. Me and Taylor, we got it going on. So, yeah. Our communication has become self-serving. We listen more to find out what someone can do for us rather than listening to discover who they are. Who they are. And we listen not with an authentic desire to understand, but rather to see how we can manipulate the situation to our advantage. Everything, yeah, all of that I just said. And did you know, I've heard this before as well, that in the first 15 seconds that we meet someone, that we discover whether that person is worth our time or not. Did you know that? 15 seconds. Think about that if you're going into an interview and you're nervous. Because you got to walk in there powerfully, and if you're nervous, you got to own that you're nervous and share it. Like, say, hey, like, I'm so excited to be here, I'm nervous. You know? 15 seconds. Boom. That's gone in a blink. You are messing with me for sure, but, you know, connect Taylor Swift and I, and we'll have a great conversation about listening with our hearts. So, if you guys were listening to the homework yesterday and the scope yesterday, it was all about living in a space of curiosity. So imagine if you brought that space of curiosity and we're like, oh my gosh, why is this person, hi Brazil, why is this person walking down the street in my like realm? I wonder what it is that I have to offer them, or what I can share with them, or what gift that they have for me, and how I can be curious about that situation and be open to receiving, you know? So it's about opening ourselves up to who others are and what they have to teach us. Teach us like this. We all can learn from each other. So we got to give up those agendas, those hidden agendas. Consciously choose to slow down and develop a capacity to focus on others by making an effort to understand them. What makes this person tick? What makes this person act the way they do? You know, what is it that makes this person smile? That used to be my thing. Oh my gosh. When I was in college, I worked at Illuminations. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a candle store. I did not make any paychecks because I bought so many candles. But my goal, and I didn't get any bonuses or anything, my goal was to make every single person that came into the store smile. That was my goal. And like I said, I did not get paid commission at all. And I would watch. So this is an act of listening, right? Taking them in. I'm experiencing them. I'd watch how they entered the store. If I said hi to them right off the bat and welcomed them, I would watch and listen to see how they responded. And by doing that, I knew how to then treat them so that they would open up and blossom like a flower. And I had no idea, but I ended up being the top 5 in the country. Are you kidding me? For sales and collecting their information. How funny is that? Like, I didn't even know. All I wanted to do were make these people smile. That was my pure intention. And it gave me, I think, a challenge, and it was kind of exciting for me. And that was just my thing. This was back in college. And then because of that, I won an award, and I got to go to Hawaii with all the managers for this manager training, even though I was just a sales associate in college. So it's so powerful. I almost just want to do that again, just to get into that frame of mind where I was so connected with people when they walked in and experiencing them for who they are. It was so, so amazing. And I was getting rewarded. It was yay, gold star, I got them to smile. But anyways, that's an example of listening, of really listening deeply. And what she says here is authentic listening is simply the giving of our undivided attention to another without imposing our personal agendas, something that might take a little practice. It is the generous act of giving someone the space to be exactly who they are and exactly who they are not. So once we have mastered the ability to authentically listen with our whole entire being, absorbing even the rich subtleties of the unspoken words, we will have discovered the key to intimacy. For truly listening is love in action. Ba-bam! Okay, and here's a cool quote, actually 2 quotes that I liked. The first one, George Bernard Shaw. The greatest problem of communication is the illusion that it has been accomplished. So how about that? How about them apples? The second quote that I really liked here. The greatest compliment that was ever paid to me was when someone asked me what I thought and attended to my answer. So just imagine, when you speak and you're fully heard, like, what comes after that? So yeah, good stuff, you guys. So the homework, the practice homework, is to notice today when you're talking to people, or tonight or tomorrow, notice where you're diminishing the quality of your relationship and preventing them from bringing about their own profound gifts to you of love and service, because you're being in the state of judgment, like judging the person, judging yourself around the person. That happens. I do that. Thinking about how you should respond. I do that. I'm working on it all, okay? Being fixated on an outcome, being on the defense. Are you being neutral to what they're saying? Or are you in defensive mode? How do you stop judging? First step is noticing that you're judging. First step is noticing that you're judging. I have practiced in the past something. This works for negative thoughts, period. Any negative thoughts. And so when you have something negative or you notice yourself judging, you do something, it's called a flip trick. So immediately think of something positive about yourself. Something positive about yourself, because when we get into a negative state or a judging state, it's about interrupting it and noticing. So if you're noticing it, that's very powerful. So once you notice it, that you're thinking something negative or judging them or yourself, you do the flip trick. So you think of something positive about yourself. So I might be like, I love my eyes. You don't say that out loud. You just think it. Or I love my smile. Or I love my legs. I don't know. Something that you love about yourself, and you just immediately flip this negative space into a positive. And it's positive reinforcement, right? So try that. See if it works for you. Feel free to like tweet me or text me or something. You guys can find me always at Bethany London on everything. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. I don't know. I'm probably not on everything, but I'm on a lot of things. So yeah, that's called the flip trick. I've done a YouTube video on it specifically, but noticing, stopping yourself, and shifting. Boom. And the more you do it, the more you'll become aware, the more you'll notice, and the faster you'll get into that powerful, positive space. Another thing she says that you might be doing in conversation, did I invent it? No, I think I heard it once, like, I don't know, 5 years ago, and things will pop up in your mind, right? So when I heard it 5 years ago, I was on it, like doing it all the time. And then recently it popped back up into my memory, and I got into it, and I was sharing it with other people. So then I did the YouTube video. So it's good. It's good. So another thought that you might be having with someone as you're talking to them is, what do I look like? Being self-conscious about what you look like. Maybe they have something in their teeth and all you can think about is what they have in their teeth and you don't want to tell them. You guys, please tell somebody. By the way, I can't stand it when I have friends that don't even tell me. Like, am I that scary? I will totally tell you if you have something in your teeth. Oh. Maybe trying to control the conversation to go a certain way, and also wanting to fix something, especially for the men. Oh my gosh, and I totally have a man brain here, but oftentimes when someone comes to me with a problem, I just want to fix it. And this is very much a masculine way of thinking. So men just want to fix things. Like, their women come to them and they want to download how bad their day was, and then the men are like, okay, well, this is what you need to do. You need to do this, that. And you know, that's not listening. That's called fixing. And sometimes women, men, don't want to be fixed. They just want to be heard. They want to be heard and listened to deeply. So, if you feel like you want to fix something, you can present that question. Would you like me to just listen to you in this moment? or would you like me to create a solution? Say it out loud. Say it out loud. And then if you're a guy, you know that if you're thinking in your mind you want to fix something, you can stop. You can stop. Okay, she doesn't want me to fix, she just wants me to listen. Okay, cool. That's what I'm going to do. And then you can be even more present for that conversation because you aren't focused on things that you could say to fix it, right? Does that make sense? So listening, being present, taking the gifts in, receiving the lessons that this person has for you, and vice versa, and just noticing that. And then at the end of the day, maybe being present and writing in your journal about what you were thinking throughout the day, like what you noticed about how judgmental you were being, or judging yourself, or, being in this state of what do I look like, or trying to protect yourself, or trying to fix something. So you want to journal around what is going on within you when you listen to other people, because most likely it's a common thread every single time. Of course, there are certain people where, if you're talking to the president of a company and you're not the president, then it might be different. Do I believe in soulmates, or is it a numbers game? I believe in, I'm going to say I believe in soulmates, but really at the end of the day, I think it's that we attract our mirrors. So as we evolve throughout life and evolve, like even just doing this is very spiritual. This whole entire thing is very spiritual. So as we go through these lessons, we're learning, we're evolving our spirituality and who we are, and we're being a growth-seeking being and learning so much about ourselves. And so as we evolve, we're going to also collect and attract people into our networks and circles that are also evolved. So does that make sense? So I believe that there are people that you can always connect with at a deep level if you really get present and they're open to going into that kind of deep level communication. Because really, I believe that anybody we talk to, if you take the time to get to know somebody, I don't care who they are, I believe that you will fall in love. And that's the one concern for me, because I love everybody. So that's what makes calling in the one difficult, because I'm like, I want to get to know everybody. And that doesn't support me in being, maybe a little picky. Not just anyone. Yeah. So I love people, and I love getting to know people and that journey of that, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they might be someone that's relationship material for me. It's just that I believe that if I got to know everybody and know their story, because everyone has a story, and when we're really open and honest and vulnerable with that, then it gives us the space to like be vulnerable and mirror that back. And when we're mirroring it back, all we're doing is creating this loving bond. In fact, I did read somewhere that if you make eye contact with someone, I think it was 3 minutes, 1 or 3 minutes, I don't remember, 1 or 3 minutes, that you can fall in love with them just through eye contact alone. And now this eye contact that you would be making with this individual during those 1 or 3 minutes is solid. You're not judging and thinking all these thoughts. You're present. You're connecting with your eyes. And what is it? The eyes are the windows of the soul. So in doing that and being super present with that, we are creating love and giving love and receiving love. Because I believe everyone, even the quote-unquote bad people, they do have love. It just might be diminished. It might be diminished from whatever stories or how their upbringing and everything. And so that's why it's really important to be present with people and to spread love and to give love, because you might make their day. You might completely make their day. So, okay. There's always bonus homework. I haven't even gotten to that. I just realized. So the bonus homework is to have at least one conversation today where you consciously choose to slow down, give your complete, undivided attention, let the mind Completely go. Just stop it from talking. And notice your personal agendas while they're speaking and attempt to cancel them immediately and be present. Like, I have beautiful eyes. The flip trick. I have beautiful eyes. And go immediately back into being present with them as you're speaking with them. And go out of your way to connect with people around you, because they are around you for a reason. You source them into your space for a reason, even though you may not even know them. They might be a stranger, or they might be in line at the coffee shop. We source people for a reason, and we don't know what that reason is until we open up and connect with them. Not that it's about having an agenda, but it's about being present. And when we're being present and connecting with people, we're going to fill that void of anxiety, lack of connection, disconnection, all that loneliness, self-esteem, all that stuff, okay? So that is lesson 41. Ooh, I like 42. It's something I am always working on. Okay, so tomorrow, lesson 42 is speaking up. Owning your voice. Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait to read that one. So speaking up, only 7 days left, you guys. Am I counting right? 8 days left, right? 8 days. I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. And then I think I'm going to read a completely different type of book, but we'll see. Yes, it's a great book. Calling in the One, 7 Weeks to Attract the Love of Our Life. By Catherine Woodward Thomas. And I've tagged her a lot. If you look at Twitter, I've tagged her in a lot of this stuff too, so you can follow her as well. In fact, she's so awesome. She's pushed me out to her people. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. Never knew that was going to happen. But anyways, that is the message. You guys have any other last minute questions for me? You're welcome. Thanks for joining. And feel free to share this if you think it's going to benefit your community. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. So have an amazing day or evening. Spread the love. Spread the love. And connect. Connect with everybody. Okay. Love you guys. Good night.